Welcome to WWE TNA Talk. We host Converse NK John here, so I'm here to do my Impact Wrestling review for this week's show. Like I said, it was a good show, but you know, it didn't feel like a pay-per-view special. It didn't feel like Destination X. It didn't feel like it was a TV special at all. There was no special fireworks. It didn't have a special feel to it. Just felt like another regular Impact Wrestling. TNA didn't make it feel like it was a special pay-per-view or anything like that. Just by the name, they didn't have a different look. They didn't. No, they can't. They know they can't look because they're in New York at the Manhattan Center, so I know they can't have a different look. But then I'll give you this: the New York crowd was very good. They were. The New York crowd was very good. It had been for all these shows so far, for the most part. There's times they haven't been into everything, but for the most part, the crowd's been very good. Start Impact Wrestling with Dixie Carter coming out, cutting a promo about ECW, Tommy Dreamer, Bully Ray. And she gives EC3 the mic. EC3 challenges Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, and Devon to one last fight to end it all, to finish it off, to end the storyline, to end the war next week on Impact Wrestling. They didn't know this until later on, but they issued the challenge. The opening wasn't really all that good. Didn't really give you much of anything, besides a really big heat on Dixie Carter. But that's just the New York crowd, the kind of crowd they are. Wasn't much to the opening. It is an okay opening. Nothing really special or big or anything. Just you had the Hardys, Matt and Jeff Hardy going against the Wolves for tag team titles. This match was good. Very good. Very good tag team match for the Wolves and Hardys. A lot of back and forth action, some high-flying moves from both teams. Matt and Jeff hit all their moves. The Wolves hit their moves. They kept kicking out of each other's moves. Very good tag team match. The Wolves won. They beat the Hardys. They keep the tag team titles. I think TNA's giving away way too much out of these New York City teams. We'll get into that later. But the Wolves won. So good tag team match. So the Wolves, there's no tag team division now. The Wolves have nobody to face. That's why they face the Hardys. Nobody else to face in TNA. Because TNA has no tag team division right now at all. And the Hardys tag team is not back for good at all. Yes, they're going to team up again at next week's tapings in a triple threat tag team after the Team 3D and the Wolves. It'll probably be the last time they tag up. Hence what they do at Bound for Glory. But they're giving these matches should be on pay-per-view, not on free TV. They're big tag team matches. They should be on pay-per-views. The triple threat tag team match, the Hardys, Wolves, and Team 3D should be at Bound for Glory, not on free TV. TNA gives away too much on free TV. Next was Low Key against DJZ and Manic in the X Division qualifying match to get to the triple match for the X Division title match. You know, there was not really interested in this match. It was okay. X Division match, but wasn't much high flying moves in this one or anything. It was pretty quick too. Because there's no storylines, there's nothing behind the characters. No character development. Nothing behind the characters wise to get behind anyone in this match. Not Loki, not DJZ, not Manic. They don't use Manic hardly at all, and they don't use DJZ very often in the ring as a wrestler. He's with the Bromance, which is totally stupid, annoying tag team that I can't stand. But that's the problem in X Division. There's no storylines in the X Division at all. Guys, X Division has no has no no character development. There's no stories behind the characters. Get nothing to get behind them with. No reason to cheer for them. Really, nothing to get you, you know, hyped or to cheer for them. Next we had James Storms cutting a promo about the Great Muta and why Sonata turned. Made no sense to me. Really. Um, Cow Palace. Sonata came out for his exhibition match after James Storms cut the promo, and he's mentoring Sonata now and telling Sonata what to do. And was Sonata even a face in the first place? I don't think so. I think he was a heel to start with. So how can you turn heel and be supposed to heel already? I don't know, but next we had Sonata beat Brian Cage and Crazy Steve. I could care less about this match because this is the last time we're gonna see Brian Cage probably in TNA for a while because he's not. Crazy Steve has no background, no character development, nothing to get behind him with. So I I Sonata beat Brian Cage and Crazy Steve. This was an okay X Division match. Not much to it. Another quick one. It was okay, but I really wasn't interested in it because it's the first time I've ever seen Brian Cage and don't know. I don't know who he is or what he's all about. And Crazy Steve, he's more of a comedy act than anything. He's, so you can't take Crazy Steve serious in the ring at all, not one bit. So we all knew Sonata was gonna win, and Sonata won. So he advances himself to the X Division title match for this coming week next week on Impact Wrestling. I I don't know. We had Samoa Joe beat Tiger Uno and Homicide. This X Division match, I got into it. It was a good X Division match. Samoa Joe beat Homicide and Tiger Uno. One thing about Tiger Uno, TNA totally wasted. They shouldn't even sign Tiger Uno. They don't do shit with Tiger Uno. They totally just job him out every time he comes to the ring. They just job him out. He's nothing but a jobber now. They signed him and they totally misused him big time. What was the point of signing Tiger Uno? He is Sin Cara. He's a job. He jobs now. Job ever since he's been in TNA. He loses like every match he's in. Homicide's always been a good wrestler. I like Homicide. Joe was dominant in this match. This match had a few high-flying moves in it for once. This was a good X Division match. Samoa won, so it's going to be Samoa Joe, Sonata, and Low Key in a triple threat match for the X Division Championship next week on Impact Wrestling. That had potential to be a very good match. They also announced for the tapings next week, starting Tuesday, it's going to be Samoa Joe versus Low Key. I'm sure that'll be for the X Division title. After Samoa Joe wins it, they'll make it for the X Division title. Spoiler: Samoa Joe wins the X Division title. Sorry. Hopefully, this is where they start using Samoa Joe more. Start pushing Samoa Joe more. Give him a good title reign. That'd be nice. They don't use Samoa Joe very much, like they should. They should build the company around Samoa Joe. Make him the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. But Lashley's a good TNA World Champion too. I don't have any problem with Lashley as champion right now. I don't know. He'll probably defend the title at Hardcore Justice, I imagine. I don't know against who, but somebody. We had Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, and D1 come out and cut a promo. Say how they're gonna accept the match, and how they talk about ECW and everything else, and Dixie Carter how Bully Ray promises next week. He makes a promise to all the wrestling fans, the whole wrestling world, that he will put Dixie Carter through a table next week on Impact Wrestling. And he does. Then EC3 comes out and says, this match will be the final match where we end Bully Ray, we end Tommy Dreamer, and then Devon. Match happens next week. Bully Ray, we don't want to wait. I think fans don't want to wait until next week. How about we pick the stipulations? Bully Ray says it's going to be an 8-man tag hardcore weapons match. Another gimmick match will be filled by weapon spots. It won't be a wrestling match. It'll be a weapons spot match, and so good promo, good stuff. Next week will be the 8-man tag. This ends the feud with Bully Ray and Dixie Carter. Dixie Carter is written off TV next week. She's gone out of storylines. Her character's gone and done after next week. So that's why I read it anyway online. This is the end of the Dixie Carter TV character next week on Impact. So let's hope that's true. Let's hope that's true. Make Impact even better. Her not on TV every week. Or at all. Next, we have the main event. Bobby Lashley defending the TNA World Heavyweight Championship against Austin Aries. This was a good match. I like this match. It's a good match. Bobby Lashley and Austin Aries put on a very good match. Lashley is a very physical guy who likes to get very brutal, and he just goes at you with some heavy hitting moves. Austin Aries is a fast guy, high flying guy. Austin Aries did high flying moves. He was caught on the outside and he did an over the body throw. Lashley did. But in the end, Bobby Lashley hit the spear, pinned Austin Aries 1, 2, 3. Bobby Lashley won. So the question is now, what do they do with Austin Aries now? He's dropped the X Division title. He lost his World Heavyweight title match. So where does this leave Austin Aries? Where does he go from here? Where can he go from here? Back to the X Division? Who knows? I don't know. But it was a good match with Lashley and Aries. And Lashley actually did it by himself. No MVP, no Kenny King this week. They're not using Kenny King again at all. Surprise, surprise there. Excuse me. I have no idea what they're going to do with MVP and Kenny King going forward. They're not doing much of Kenny King right now. MVP's injured, so he shouldn't even be wrestling. He could get injured even worse. But overall, Impact was good this week. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. So it was good this week. So for my final thought, I want to talk about the Impact Wrestling, the New York City shows. The crowd's been very good for the New York City shows. I think TNA has thrown too much in the New York City shows. They're doing it to get ticket sales and to get viewership, but the viewership dropped. John, slow down. The viewership dropped this week for this week's show, so they couldn't keep up the ratings going up. They went for 2 weeks, but dropped this week. So Actually, went for 3 weeks. Dropped this week. You know, I I think the shows have been better than their other shows. I think that's partly because the crowd and the atmosphere has been better. Yeah, they're still in a small arena, but the crowd's been so much better than the Impact Zone. The crowd's been into it for the most part. It made the shows better. But I don't think it's and I don't think it's TNA that's making the ratings go. I think it's I think it's New York City. I think it's a six-sided ring. I think it's the talent coming back. People want to see. I don't think it's Impact Wrestling and the storylines, because the storylines in TNA aren't that good right now at all. I think it's more of the atmosphere of New York City, a six-sided ring, and the wrestlers coming back. But Hardy's and Wolves didn't bring up ratings at all for that dream tag team match. So I don't know what will bring up ratings like TNA wants, because they can only get to a certain point, then it drops. They can't get past that certain point of the 1.4 million viewers. They can't get past that point. Then it drops again. Like it did this week, back to the 1.3 something. 3.8. I think it was 1.38. 3 million viewers this week. 1,383,000 viewers this week. 1.3 million anyway. So, I don't know what's happening there. The viewership is so, back and forth at TNA. It goes down for a while, goes up, stays pretty much the same. It just fluctuates each week. But next week's show is, there's the X Division title match. And what pissed me off at the end of Impact Wrestling, after it over, they totally spoiled next week's show. They gave away it. Fixed Cars going through a table next week. They totally gave it away. They showed it on video. Dixie Carter pretty much going through the table, so nobody has to watch. Nobody has to watch next week now, because TNA gave it away. Stupid idiots gave away their ending to next week's show. So watch people tune in next week to watch it when you gave it away already. No, why? Why should they tune in next week when you gave it away already? Dixie Carter goes through the table. We all know that now. Thanks for giving away TNA. We don't have to watch the show next week now. But I think the New York City shows have been good. The crowd's been more into it. But I think TNA could return to the Impact Zone down the road to save more money, because they need to do 2 more tapings before Bound for Glory, because they come up short two tapings after the current after the next TV tapings this coming week. They come up 2 weeks short of Bound for Glory, so they gotta find somewhere to tape 2 more weeks of shows. So, and there's been no update on the TNA TV TNA and Spike. Besides the parts being confirmed by Wrestling News Observer that Spike did inform TNA that they were going to not renew with them, but they could still be talking with Spike TV. I don't know. There's been no further update on that. I'm sure there will be on Monday, if not Tuesday. So we'll wait and see what happens there. And TNA is not even selling one tickets are going on sale for Bound for Glory yet, and it's in a little over 2 months away. They didn't put tickets on sale yet for Bound for Glory. That's not good either. They won't sell many tickets. They wait so long to sell those tickets. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. But this has been WTNA Talk with us, and John here. Thank you for watching. And make sure you comment in the comment section below with your opinions of this week's Impact Wrestling. See you later.